This is The Crown and the Flame, Book 2, Chapter 2. With Thorngate Castle burning, Kenna's hopes for an alliance may be going up in smoke. Oh, she's wearing a crown now. Chapter 2. The Burning of Thorngate. Now playing as Kenna. Just as you've gained the upper hand against Vasilios Navrakis and his army, Thorngate Castle erupts in flames. Vasilios would rather destroy Thorngate than let us take it from him. Even if it means taking innocent lives. We have to do something, Kenna. We have to save them. We'll find a way inside. Just follow... you. Whirling around, you see a squad of Thorngate archers vaulting out of the chasm, drawing their longbows. Rowan stands at the front, aiming an arrow at your heart. You invade our lands, and now you destroy our home. When will it be enough, tyrant? When will you be satisfied? Hey, shut your mouth before I knock those fancy vines right off your face. That's my queen you're talking to. Aw, thanks. Wait, you think we set the fire? We're on your side. We didn't come here to fight you. Rowan looks pointedly at the Thorngate Castle grounds, where many of your soldiers are still locked in battle. Don't insult me. We have little love for Vasilios, but we're not eager to replace one despot with another. We came here to liberate you? Oh, well, thank the gods. Rowan turns to her soldiers, her voice thick with sarcasm. Did you hear that, everyone? Never fear. The great Kenna Rise has come to save us. The archers jeer and laugh in your direction, their aim remaining fixed on you. You act like a great leader, storming in here as if you've been touched by the gods. Queen Kenna is a great leader. Psst. Leaders don't look like they spend their days brushing their hair in front of a vanity mirror. That's not the kind of leader I am. Is that so? Then tell me one thing you've done. Impress me, Kenna Rise. Also, it's kind of funny that she's claiming that Kenna looks like she spends all day in front of a mirror when Kenna was never that kind of person. You want me to conquer the technocrats' maze? Impossible. That'd mean crossing the desert, navigating the labyrinth, and defeating the Mekatar. We did that. It's true. I'm the leader of the technocrats, and I witnessed it firsthand. You're the one that built the device that stunned my army. Pretty ingenious, huh? I don't think she's going to be happy about that. Maybe I've underestimated you, Kenna Rise. Yay, you wouldn't be the first. None of this matters anyway. No rebellion has ever succeeded against Vasilios, so why should we risk our lives for you? Because we can beat him together. You know that Vasilios doesn't care about you or your people. When he saw that he was losing the battle, he set fire to your castle out of spite. Now is your chance to join us and overthrow him. Fight with us, and this time you'll have... let's say strong allies. My mother once dreamed of an alliance between the 5 kingdoms. She died for that dream. But we can begin our own alliance, right here and now. You offer your hand to Rowan, and her face becomes a hard mask. I'm no queen, but I think it's traditional to offer the alliance before you launch a frontal assault. Rowan, you have a choice. No, we don't. Archers, kill the invaders. No. The archers loose their arrows, bowstrings snapping in unison. You wobble on your feet, hands grasp plucking feebly at the 2 arrows protruding from her stomach. Kenna. Dom crumples to the ground beside you, pierced through the heart. You stare into his lifeless eyes as Rowan walks forward. I'm sorry. You try to speak, but only blood bubbles from your numb lips. Wow, you're really dragging this out. Rowan presses a knife against your throat, then slashes. You have died. What do? Restart from checkpoint. Okay, we came here. Get rid of the Navrakas family. They're a blight on the 5 kingdoms. All they want is power, and they'll destroy anyone who gets in their way. I haven't forgotten. I didn't think you would. You act like a great leader, storming in here as if you've been touched by the gods. Queen Kenna is a great leader. Leaders don't look like they spend their days brushing their hair in front of a vanity mirror. That's not the kind of leader I am. Is that so? Tell me one thing you've done. Impress me. I have conquered the Mekatar. Impossible. That'd mean crossing the desert, navigating the labyrinth, and defeating the Mekatar. We did that. It's true. I'm the leader of the technocrats, and I witnessed it firsthand. You're the one that built the device that stunned my army. Pretty ingenious, huh? Maybe I've underestimated you, Kenna Rise. You wouldn't be the first. None of this matters anyway. No rebellion has ever succeeded against Vasilius. Why should we risk our lives for you? Because we can beat him together. You know that Vasilius doesn't care about your people. When he saw that he was losing the battle, he set fire to your castle out of spite. Now's your chance to join us and overthrow him. Fight with us and you'll have your kingdom back. I know what this feels like, Rowan. I hid in an isolated forest temple for 2 years, waiting for the right time to reclaim Stormholt. But when my opportunity came, I seized it. This, right now, is your opportunity. We've all but defeated the Navrakas forces for you. If you want your kingdom back, we'll help you. Or you can keep being Vasilios's faithful guard dog while your kingdom wastes away. Rowan, you have a choice. You're right, we do have a choice. Archers, kill the Navrakas soldiers. Take back the castle. Just what I wanted to hear. Rowan's archers let loose their arrows. The arrows strike the Navrakas soldiers still on the battlefield, punching straight through their armor. Jeez, that's strong. Arrows. Ah! The archers prepare another volley, and Rowan turns to smile at you. I have to admit, I've been wanting to do that for a long time. New ally, yay, +5 army. Glad I could give you the opportunity. I'll be glad when there are no more Navrakas rats in my castle. Get us in, and we'll take care of your rat problem. I need to speak to my people on the inside. Once I get word to them, they'll open the gate. Rowan leads you to a shadowy alcove where 2 sections of the wall meet. Hidden among the decorative carvings is a thick vine that stretches to the top of the wall. Come with me. Rowan tugs the vine to make sure it holds, then starts the climb. You follow after Rowan, with Val close behind. Don't look down. Wasn't planning on it. View's better looking up anyway. You climb higher and higher. Your arms begin to ache, your hands trembling with the effort of holding yourself up. Not much farther. Nearly. Your left arm suddenly gives out. You're left dangling by one hand over a dizzying drop. Hold on. Focusing all your strength into your right arm, you heave your body upward and grab the vine with your left hand. Rawr! With all your remaining strength, you haul yourself upward until your feet find perches again. Too close. Rowan reaches the top of the wall, then reaches down to help you onto the wall top. Val vaults over the battlements a second later. Well, that was fun. Let's never do that again. Agreed. What now, Rowan? Now we find my people and open the gates. Then we'll see how well you keep your promises, Queen Kenna. Lead on. Now playing as Dom, you wait outside the castle gates with the rest of Kenna's army. As the fire rages from within the walls, Whitlock shakes uncontrollably. You put a comforting arm around his shoulders. It'll be all right, Whit. Kenna will get the gates open soon, and then we will help as many as we can. I hope so. Can Dom control the fire? That'd be awesome. Say whispers to you. Why do you make false promises? They aren't false if you believe them. At the front of the army, Leon turns, facing all of you. Soldiers, hear me. This is it. Steel yourselves for chaos. Protect the civilians and strike down the Navracus soldiers. A moment later, Rowan's people fling the doors open from the other side. For justice! The army roars forward, rushing into the courtyard. You're surrounded by billowing towers of smoke and flame. Civilians panic, crying out, fleeing from the fires and the Navracus soldiers. The sound of screams pulls you from your daze. We've got to put out the fire. Dom, look out! You turn to see a sword swinging toward your head. Duck. Instinctively, you duck under the sword, feeling the blade's current skim past your face. Yeah, huh? Turning, you quickly summon a small fireball in your palm and fire blast him. The fire shoots from your hand and blasts the soldier in the head. Ah! +2 power. Wow. Grrr. Suddenly, you feel a surge of energy stirring inside you. What the? Before you can control the power, a second fireball flies out of your hand, slamming into the wall. The first shot was sufficient. I wasn't... You can give your excuses later. Right now, we need to hurry. The smoky air rings with the screams and cries of hundreds of civilians trapped inside the burning castle. We'll never be able to save them all. Not by standing around. Is there another way? Well, no, you're not strong enough. To hells with strong enough. Innocent people are going to die. We've got to do something now. Fine, you want to do something, Lowlander? Follow my lead. You follow Say out into the middle of the courtyard and watch as she closes her eyes, hands held in front of her, palms up. So he can do something about the fire. Feel the energy of the fire. Instead of drawing it from inside you, draw it in, toward you. The flames burning a nearby tree suddenly lift off the tree's branches and begin coiling around Say's body. Whoa. Put your hands under mine and combine our energies. If you don't think you're strong enough, don't do it. Many have died trying. I should combine energies. You touch Say's hands and close your eyes, trying to feel the energy of the fire. Focus, Lowlander. I'm trying. I don't care about your trying. I care about your doing. There is no try. There is only doing. Focusing, you start to feel the energy of the fire around you. Together, you and Say begin to pull the fire from all corners of the castle in toward you. It swirls around you, a towering tornado of flames. By the way, I was trying to reference Yoda, but I failed miserably, so sorry for that. This is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. A moment later, you and Say release the fire, and it dissipates harmlessly into the air. Throughout the castle grounds, your forces stand victorious against the Navracus soldiers. With the battle won, Kenna approaches you, eyes wide. I can't believe it. You put the fire out and saved all these people. Fireman, you put out the Thornsgate fire. plus 5 army. It was mostly Say. A lie. I could not have done it without you. Kenna smiles at you, impressed. Ahem. We will leave you two now. Oh, that's not... Say quickly pulls Whitlock away. Come with me, mechanical child. She calls him mechanical child. That's adorable. You realize I'm the leader of an entire city, right? After they're gone. You did it, Kenna. You liberated these people. I had a lot of help. I couldn't have done it without you. Or Leon, or Whitlock. I've always liked how modesty looks on you. I'll have to remember that the next time I do something amazing. Not to rain on this parade, but don't you have to deal with the aftermath now? It'll take a while to lock the surviving Navreka soldiers in the dungeons. A rare moment of free time, then? Exactly. And I usually have to seize these moments when they come. So, what's a queen to do? I had an idea, actually. Want to slip away? I could use some time. With you. Nah, sorry. I just think we should stay focused on what's important. Dealing with the aftermath here, with the Thorngate people, and Vasilios. Of course. That's wise. I'll see you later then, Dom. And also you each have your own people, so it's okay. Sure. Now playing as Kenna. With the battle for Thorngate over, you reunite with Leon back at camp. Well, that could have gone a lot worse. Goodness, Leon, you're going to make me blush with all these kind words. Sorry, I meant to say well done, Kenna. Battle is never easy, but you should be proud of what you did today. Thank you. I'm just glad we could give Thorngate its freedom. It's a noble thing, to be sure. No one should ever have to bow to Navreka's scum. That said, we need to talk about this alliance. What about it? For starters, are you really going to make that archer woman the Queen of Thorngate? Funny, I was curious about that myself. Rowan strides into the tent, giving Leon an appraising look before turning to you. I came here to discuss the terms of our alliance, but I see you've started without me. Perhaps you don't want a mere archer woman's input. That was Leon, not me. I'm sorry, Rowan. Leon should apologize. Well, apologies, Lady Thorn. Don't apologize. Explain to me why you don't think I should rule Thorngate. That's not what I said. You should rule Thorngate, but not as queen. The queen should be Kenna. And I would be, what, her advisor? Advisor, general, duchess, or damned high priestess, I don't care, as long as we have one person making the ultimate decisions. Kenna, imagine if you had control over all the Thorngate forces. Spring will be here in a few months, and with the melting of the sea, Luther's armada will be coming. Don't remind me. If you want to win this war, you don't have time for discussion and second-guessing. You need to be in charge. Thorngate owes you a great debt, Kenna, but we never asked to be part of your war. We will help you, but let us do it on our own terms. We deserve to rule ourselves. You both make good points. What kind of ruler do you want to be? Will you sacrifice anything for a stronger army, or risk everything to preserve your ideals? Choose wisely. I mean, I really want to free Thorngate, because if I do what Leon says, I mean, it's a good idea, and it is more efficient, I guess. Maybe. We don't actually know. But then I'll be just like Luther. So I'm gonna do this my way, and hopefully I won't die. Rowan reaches forward to clasp both of your hands, and hopefully Leon won't be too mad at me. Thorngate will never forget this. I'll never forget this. My kingdom is battered. It will take time to rebuild, but we will become your fiercest allies. Thank you, Queen Kenna. Independence Day, you gave Thorngate independence, +5 army. You're welcome, Queen Rowan. This means everything to me. Also, you have really cool tattoos. Rowan gives your hands a final squeeze before walking out of the tent. Very sweet. Mark my words, she won't be half so pleasant when you're asking nicely for some reinforcements, or begging for... Leon, I know this isn't the easiest path. None of this is easy. But I won't be like Luther. I won't crush kingdoms beneath my boots just to feed my own ambitions. What's the point of fighting tyranny if we become tyrants ourselves? There must be another way. I hope you're right, Kenna. I hope to all the gods you're right. But now, there are other matters that still need dealing with. Now playing as Dom, you and those closest to Kenna watch as Vasilios is rousted from his chambers by Kenna's soldiers. I'm going to enjoy this. Me too. Unhand me, you oversized cretins. Vasilios Navrakis, you are beaten. Ha ho! You may have won this battle, but that's a pittance compared to the coming war. My brother Luther will be here soon enough. And when he returns, he'll restore Abanthus, take back Thorngate and Stormholt, and make mincemeat out of you, just like he did your family. You produce a fireball in your hand. Say that again. And what a brash young lion you are. You really think fire is going to faze me? I just set this whole place ablaze, boy. What did you mean he'll be here soon enough? When does Luther return? Oh dear, the cat's out now, isn't he? Well, that's all you'll get from me, darling girl. Kenna Rise of Stormholt, if you want to learn more from this disgusting thing, here's your answer. She holds up a glass jar. The thick liquid inside glows a bright blue. From Vasilius's private collection, it's known among my people as blue blood, a potion used during interrogations. Please, I've told you all I know, I swear, upon my finest cask of Ravenfrost wine. What do you think, Dom? We could learn more about Luther's plans. Want to use it on him? I say we leave it be, 'cause apparently we can't take what's offered, even... Fine. We know enough. The less we deal with this creep, the better. Very well. Guards, put him in the dungeons with the rest of his pathetic army. The dungeons? No! I'd rather burned with the castle than live in suffering. Do I look like a man suited for the dungeons? Do I look like a woman who cares? The guards move to escort Vasilios away, but he pushes one of them aside, lunging at Kenna with a hidden dagger. Yeah. Kenna, no, she should be prepared for this, by the way. You rush forward, summoning a fireball and flinging it at Vasilios. He bursts into flames, falling in a heap. I feel like you could have just pushed him aside. You really didn't need to use fire. Ah! You loom over his dead, charred body, anger boiling in you. You will never hurt Kenna. Dom, what have you done? Yeah, that's really scary for everyone who witnessed that. Huh? Turning, you see Kenna on the ground. No, not this, please, not this. Smoke rises from the many burns that mar Kenna's body. You fall to your knees, unable to believe what you're seeing. Kenna, say something, please. You're dimly aware of other people moving around you, pulling you away, but you can only stare at Kenna, who remains terribly still. Kenna! Rowan joined you as an ally. She'll strike down your enemies from afar with deadly accuracy. You combined your powers with Sei to put the Thorngate fire out. The people of Thorngate will remember you as a hero. But then they also saw what just happened, so I don't know. You chose to free Thorngate. Rowan will remember this. You chose not to use Vesalius' blue blood potion against him. All you know is that Luther is returning soon. Overall progress. Rowan, alive and recruited. Prestige, 5 out of 6. Power, 4 out of 4. Weapons, 0 out of 5. Allies, 5 out of 5. Troops, 0 out of 0. Significant choices, 15 out of 30. Army score, 29 out of 50. And that's the end of chapter 2.